I love the work you've been doing, Witty.
Thank you.
With the mental health awareness.
Conversations.
Yes, the conversations. And I'm glad to use this platform to actually talk about my research that I did. So, of course, I went through a mental breakdown in school, leading me to come up with my research, which was the relationship between mental illness and spiritual well-being. The relationship between mental illness and spirituality is complex and multifaceted, as they have both positive and negative influence on an individual. Mental health disorders and mental illness is really a burden on our country, and we can't keep on ignoring the fact that these are things that we can actually deal with from our local churches. Most people are scared to come out about their distresses because the first thing is, let's lock you up in Chainama. I have had those threats by my own family, by the institution at large.
But what's wrong with China? What's wrong with you being locked up?
Because once you're locked up in that place, it's how you're treated that people are scared of. The record that comes out. How hard can I say this? I did this study, and my research found that a lot of Africans still practice witchcraft, and now it's been indoctrinated in the churches.
That's great.
Yes, that's what we're going through.
Living my life the way I'm thinking is supposed to believe, not the way you want me to live. I never let people choose for me what to believe. Happiness is within me. I'm living my life the way I'm thinking is supposed to believe, not the way you want me to live. I never let people choose for me what to believe. Happiness is within me.
Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Thoughts Podcast. I'm your host, Witty, and I'm chilling with
Glory Munthali. Good to be back.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Last time you were here, you were a student. Congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you, Witty.
Yeah, what did you graduate in?
Is that important?
Why is it not important? Come on now. It is. It is.
I graduated with my full heart and a credible reputation. I graduated with my gifts intact and a wonderful school experience. I mean, what more could I ask for?
And then, I came across a video where this guy was talking about you.
Yeah?
Yeah. And when I was scrolling through the comments, you were popular. I was like, this girl was known on campus. Were you popular in campus? And I was wondering, what were you popular for?
I was popular for being authentically me, which is that I was quite extroverted with my school experience. I was at one point twerking at Walla Tower. At one point I was preaching. At one point I was dancing in the fields. I was out there. I was probably what the PG twins are trying to be.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, real.
Yeah.
A free spirit.
Yeah. I see. Because I was wondering, because the guy in the video was saying, it's actually good to see that this girl graduated, blah, 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 blah. And the comments, almost everyone knew you. Gloria. So I was wondering, she was a celeb. Per campus.
I mean, it's something when you're yourself entirely and when you embrace the world. I feel like people do see a real person. I'm a real person and I'm here making real changes. So I'm glad that people recognize that they knew me. Yeah.
So what's up? You have something for me?
Yes, I'm here to
Or
talk
for us?
For us.
Uh,
I love the work you've been doing, Witty.
Thank you.
With the mental health awareness.
Conversations.
Yes, the conversations, and I'm glad to use this platform to actually talk about my research that I did. So, of course, I went through a mental breakdown in school, leading me to come up with my research, which was the relationship between mental illness and spiritual well-being. So, I did the research, and by the grace of God, I got accepted by the RISS to publish it as a journal. So
just to give context to make us understand, because I don't know what
RISS.
What is it?
So this is a recognized global board that publishes researches as journal. So once I publish my research as a journal, I can carry on with further research on it. So my initial research was supposed to be on the relationship between mental illness and spiritual warfare, because a lot of times someone can be undergoing spiritual warfare and it may look like madness and it may look like mental illness, but then I want us to bridge the gap with information between these two phenomena and actually know what is what. Because like I saw a pretty lady that you had on your podcast. She was talking about how most times you have a mental breakdown and talk to it with your grandma and the older
And then
generation.
she says, "Come, let's pray for you.
Come,
These are
let's
demons."
Sometimes they are.
Yeah, they can
They
be.
can be.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you really just undergoing serious mental distress and psychological distress, and so we should be able to understand from a cultural perspective and spiritual perspective of the person what they're going through. Yes. So I carried out this research, and it was a success because I found out that there is a correlation between poor spiritual well-being and mental illness. Most people that didn't have a very strong spiritual well-being ended up showing signs of anxiety and depression.
Interesting.
So I'll just read a short part from my overview, which is my abstract. The relationship between mental illness and spirituality is complex and multifaceted, as they have both positive and negative influence on an individual. With each phenomena influencing the other, spirituality can serve as a significant resource for mental health and recovery, offering individuals a sense of meaning, purpose, and hope that aids in coping and resilience. Spirituality is the search for meaning, purpose, and connection to something larger than yourself. It can involve a sense of interconnectedness with nature, others, or higher power. Often involves finding a deeper understanding of life's purpose. Spiritual practices like meditation or prayer can function as coping mechanisms for stress and anxiety, fostering inner peace. Furthermore, social support and community found within spiritual or religious groups can combat loneliness and isolation. Known risk factors for mental health challenges and spirituality can also cultivate positive emotions and healthy behaviors, contributing to overall well-being. While sometimes associated with religion, spirituality can also be found in secular or even anti-religious contexts. All right?
Yeah.
So religion is an organized system of beliefs, practices, rituals, and symbols designed to facilitate closeness to the sacred or transcend. So mental health is a state of mind characterized by emotional well-being, good behavioral adjustment, relative freedom from anxiety and disabling symptoms, and the capacity to establish constructive relationships and cope with the ordinary demands and stresses of life. Mental illness is classified as a syndrome characterized by a clinically significant disturbance in an individual's cognition, emotion regulation, or behavior that reflects a dysfunction in the psychological, biological, or developmental process underlying mental functioning. Mental disorders are usually associated with significant distress or disability in social, occupational, or other important activities. An acceptable or culturally approved response to a common stressor or loss, such as death of a loved one, is not a mental disorder. The phenomena of mental illness among young adults in Zambia is a significant and widespread concern. Though precise, nationally representative prevalence figures can be challenging to obtain due to limitations in research, data collection, and reporting infrastructure. However, available information from various sources indicates a substantial burden. Noting the high estimates of mental illness among young adults in Zambia is of the essence. These include significant global burden. According to Zambia's Ministry of Health, global research suggests that 15% of young people aged 10 to 35 have a diagnosable mental health condition, contributing significantly to the global burden of disease. This aligns with the global estimates from the organizations like the World Health Organization, the second being high prevalence among vulnerable groups. So, studies on specific vulnerable populations within Zambia suggest even higher rates. For instance, nearly 3/4 of street kids in residential care have a mental health problem. Research also highlights high mental health challenges among adolescents, girls, and young women, with one program screening 11,000 AGYW, finding that 80% demonstrated symptoms of moderate to severe depression. So all these researches that I've carried out were trying to show us how mental health disorders and mental illness is really a burden on our country. And we can't keep on ignoring the fact that these are things that we can actually deal with from our local churches. So in my research, I was hoping outcomes included a comprehensive understanding of the specific manifestations of mental illness among young adults, the prevailing spiritual beliefs and practices, and the nuanced ways in which these two domains interact. So these underscore the importance of integrating spiritual consideration into mental health assessments and intervention, informing the development of more comprehensive, patient-centered care models that acknowledge the spiritual dimensions of human experience. The findings were significant implications for developing culturally sensitive and spiritually informed mental health interventions, support services, and educational programs, ultimately contributing to the holistic well-being of its student population. This research also informs broader policy discussions on integrating spiritual care into mental health frameworks in Zambia and similar African contexts. All right? So, my research was carried out and it was a success. And like I said, I'm trying to raise money to get it published, and I will carry this on even with my master's, because in my master's and in my thesis, I'll continue to research with my RSS, which is religious struggles. So this is a scale or a tool that helps to actually measure spiritual warfare and how it can cause distress on the mind of a person. So we'll see that if we can actually accept, acknowledge, and be accepting of the fact that many people are suffering from mental illnesses, and we can look at it from a broader perspective rather than just the clinical perspective. Of course, most people are scared to come out about their distresses because the first thing is, let's lock you up in Chainama. I have had those threats by my own family, by the institution at large.
But what's wrong with China? What's
no.
wrong with you being locked up?
Because once you're locked up in that place, it's how you're treated that people are scared of. The record that comes out, people are scared of.
So the problem is how China is perceived.
Exactly.
The facility itself, it's okay.
The facility,
but once
yes.
you come out, or once somebody hears about you being a China, they look at you weird.
Yeah.
When it's a normal thing.
So this research is very dear to my heart because I experienced spiritual warfare that looked like madness, and that is why I didn't feel shy. I mean, my graduation pictures went viral for a reason because I was viral even before that. So it's because I went through spiritual warfare that manifested so heavily that other people would perceive it as a madness. But it wasn't a madness. I was okay. I was just undergoing heavy spiritual warfare. And people undergo heavy spiritual warfare in our African context because, newsflash, witchcraft is part of our culture. So many people are trying to do voodoo things on you. And that can manifest as madness. But you're not mad. You're just going through it at that point. So thank God none of the things that my enemies, because of course they're enemies, because people who would want to see you stuck in a bad place or want to discredit your credibility, I mean, those aren't friends, those are enemies. I mean, I had people directly go to my HOD and say, oh my goodness, this girl is manifesting so heavily such that we think she's going mad. So take her to China.
So you had an episode?
No, I didn't have an episode per se. I mean, yes, but not entirely. I don't know. I mean, okay, being a psychology student, and I am not a psychologist yet, but I can call myself a psychology assistant. Because of course I know certain tools, I know certain ways. Yes, I did show signs of mental disorder, but I have never taken a mental disorder medication. Neither was I hospitalized for a mental disorder. Jesus saved me. And that is why I did this research, to prove to people that Jesus can save you too.
So what were you going through at that moment where people were looking at you crazy?
I was either going to be very depressed or very expressive. So I wanted to shut out my own thoughts. I was having strong intrusive thoughts. You know, strong intrusive thoughts that I knew, like, okay, this isn't me. You know, I've never been suicidal. I've never, like, I'm a person who loves life. I love to live. But I started even feeling like killing myself. And I knew this isn't me. And you know, when you feel that way, many people feel that way. And it's true. And you know, I tried with everything that's in me to bring myself back. And that can seem very weird for others, but it's how someone does it. I did it with singing and dancing. Yes. So beautiful.
That's what made you go viral.
Was it?
The dancing.
No. Oh no.
Was
not
this
really.
During that time when you were going through the
No.
depression? It wasn't.
Like, that was past. That was too late. The devil was late.
When did you experience this? Was it after you being known, or it started when you were?
I mean, the viral part was after I actually overcame my mental illness.
Oh, okay.
But then the thing is, we don't live in a physical world alone. Life is very spiritual. I understand that the devil is too late. You know what the devil wants to use for evil, God uses it for good. So by the time they were coming to say, oh my goodness, this person is running mad, let's take them. I had already gained my sanity and no one could take me anywhere. Too late, sucker. So even Christians can undergo mental illness.
Yeah.
Even a Christian, just because you're Christian doesn't, of course, no, you're protected. But I'm trying to show you that you guys, it's part of life. We're here to learn, to heal, and to grow. If everything was just straightforward, nothing would be interesting to experience, okay?
Yeah.
So we have people in the Bible like Elijah, who actually asked God, just let me die. Elijah was asking God to let him die because Elijah was dealing with the Jezebel spirit. Do you know the Jezebel spirit?
No.
The spirit of manipulation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the spirit that many people deal with. And you know, this spirit is so oppressive, and now it's come out as narcissistic.
Okay.
Oh, this person is a narcissist. It's just the Jezebel. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. And then you mentioned something in your article.
Yeah.
There's a part where you mentioned the church. Like, did you mean church should bring awareness?
Yes.
In churches, they should bring awareness.
Yes.
I
One
just want
of
you to speak on that. Do you feel like churches don't touch on it, or what's up?
I feel our churches should be the first place, the first institutions in our country that can help with this. If we want to, what's the word I'm looking for, Witty? If we want to
eradicate.
Yeah,
Bring awareness.
if we want to eradicate, handle mental illness, because the church is like very in charge with building moral fibers in people. So if we can have trained psychosocial counselors in churches, we can actually help the society even more. So that's what I'm looking at. Okay. So if we can choose techniques that the church can use to, help individuals suffering from these disorders, and not just brush them off and say, no, just pray harder. Because do you know that even spirituality itself can excavate mental distress? Yes. There are two sides to this. So, like I like to say, the same electricity that can cook a man can cook a man's meal. Only Jesus knows the proper level of everything. So we have to do everything in Jesus. So we have to understand that sometimes the churches also help to make the mental illness excavate or be greater, in the sense that they downplay people's psychological distress. You see someone undergoing a hard time and they're drinking, they're taking hard drugs. The church will start saying, that one's a sinner. Let's excommunicate them from our community.
They distance themselves.
Yeah, distance themselves from you.
Actually,
exactly. And that, that excavates mental distress. Because one thing a person undergoing mental distress needs is a community. And the church are the first people to give that community.
Yeah,
the church should be judgment-free.
Yeah, and people complain a lot about churches or Christians being judgmental. So if they're not feeling safe in the place where they want to find comfort, where else are they going to?
See, like that's the thing. That's what we also need to. We can build a more accommodating church. Yeah, more cool, because we're all under the Church of Jesus. Forget your denomination. Those times are back. Like those things, maybe we can be talking about those things in 2002 where you say, I'm a Pentecost, I'm a this. Are you a child of God? Do you follow Jesus? That's what we should care about. What are the fruits you are bringing into the world? Not just, no, I'm Catholic, no, I'm UCZ. No, are you a child of God? Are you loving your neighbor? Are you being non-judgmental? Are you helping a sister in need? That's what we should be caring about more. Yeah.
Don't you
Because
think-
we're one church of God.
Don't you think even schools are one of them that should bring awareness? to
Yes. I also mentioned in my research about how schools can also help with this, because looking at our cultural context, we have to find things that are generalized to us. I mean, even carrying out my research was quite challenging with collection of data, because very few data is done on our cultural context, and our culture is witchcraft. How hard can I say this? I did this study, and my research found that a lot of Africans still practice witchcraft, and now it's been indoctrinated in the churches.
That's crazy.
Yes, that's what we're going through in Zambia as of now.
That's crazy.
Not so much.
But I'm not surprised. Voodoo in church.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I wrote a quote when I was waiting for you.
Yeah.
So this is what I said. Sometimes we look at ourselves through a transparent glass, and someone wearing a black outfit needs to stand behind the glass in order to see ourselves fully. Trauma is the dark outfit, and our little fragile expectations the glass that doesn't allow our reflection to shine through. Should I say it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it again.
So-
That's deep.
Sometimes we look at ourselves through a transparent glass, and someone wearing a black outfit needs to stand behind the glass in order to see ourselves fully. Trauma is the dark outfit, and our little fragile expectations the glass that doesn't allow our reflection to shine through.
Why are you talking about me? I can't take a black outfit
I
on.
know.
So can you explain that?
So I made this quote sitting here, and I was trying to look at my reflection, and I couldn't see anything, and it took someone with a dark outfit to stand in front of my reflection, and then I could see myself so clearly. And then I said, on another day, you'd say, oh my goodness, let him get out of my view, he's blocking my view. But no, sometimes
Yeah.
what limits you, what blocks you, the stumbling block is what you need in order to propel.
Yeah, for clarity.
So my mental breakdown was my dark outfit,
Get you.
literally.
So I see you doing physique. What's that about? Is this what inspired? Because when you were reading, you mentioned something about nature. So is it part of what
Well-
inspired you to start those training sessions that you
Oh
get to
yeah.
have?
Well, yes. I'm into wellness a lot, and I found out about somatic healing during my hard times, and that's why most people would never understand. Some people would be taking videos of me in my long, flowy dresses, dancing in the field alone,
Looking at you crazy.
looking at me crazy, but that does heal a person. Moving your body heals you. And so that's why I started my Pilates training,
Your
because Pilates.
what? That sounds like food. Can I have a Pilates?
Indian.
One Pilates.
No, the exercise.
Okay, yeah.
So these are, movements that are controlled and rhythmic, but they help so much with core muscles and posture. They help with toning the body. They also help with relaxing and initiating the vagus nerve. So we human beings have techniques to call ourselves. I'm so glad I did psychology, because I realized that, sometimes in cases of where you have like a really challenging situation, all you need to do is step back and breathe. And
Yeah.
you really do feel relieved.
Sometimes you just need a breather.
Yes, literally.
Because you're so much locked in. Sometimes you're suffocated. You don't know it. You just need some free time.
Real.
You need some change of scenery.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I like to do them at Goma Lakes, because the lake is so beautiful, and the air there is just so freeing, and it allows for you to be in a space where you can acknowledge your body, and just breathe and be in nature and in a freeing environment.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So, is this something that you want people to join in?
Yes.
Or what's up?
Yeah.
You teaching them?
Yeah, I teach.
What's happening?
Yeah, I actually teach. I teach Pilates. So we have the regular classes for only 200, and this is cheap for me because I'm just starting out. We have many people who charge higher because these are techniques that once I teach you in that class, you won't come back for the other class, but best believe in your own bedroom you'll be doing it.
Oh, okay. I see now why it would be expensive.
Yeah.
Because it's a once off.
Not once off.
Like you learning.
yeah.
Once you learn, you can do it on your own.
Yes, that's why it's expensive,
Yeah.
and that's why my classes are fairly charged. I believe I'm not expensive.
Yeah.
People charge higher. Like where I do 200 per class, others are doing 500 per class, 600 per class. So yeah, 200 per class. For beginners, it's 225. And then for a private session, you can book me. I only charge a 300. And then we have a 5-pack course for only 800, and an unlimited classes for 1,000. So yeah.
Okay. What does the unlimited look like?
So the unlimited looks like you getting guidance on your meal plans, and you also get to have access to all the classes that I'll be holding.
Okay.
And then so I hold 3 classes per week. So for the unlimited class, it means you have all the, what's 3 times 4?
3 times 4
12?
is 13 month.
12?
Yes, 12.
Okay. 13 is good.
It's not.
It's not. Oh wait. Cuts.
You can't. So any last word that you want to share, because we're coming to an end?
Oh wow, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I want to share that if you like what I've shared, and if you want to dig deeper on my research, please feel free to reach out to me. And like I said, I'm raising just about $30 for my research. Zambia, let's help out my girl. I love you, and I want to bring psychological healing to the country, so help me out. Thank you.
Do you think people are becoming aware of depression?
Yes.
It's better now,
Yes.
but we need to do something. It still needs to be out there.
Yeah.
Chinama is still perceived as Chinama.
Eh?
We need to work on that. Can you work on that? Yeah.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
We will. I mean, it's among our agendas
Yeah.
in the psychology field. Yeah, it's true.
So we out.
We out.